Hello and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are going to be continuing the Let's Play for Reavers 1999. Still in Chapter 5 and last time we stopped right after the reveal of Vertin's number by 37, which is 0, and that is very exciting. And last time we also brought in a lot of spacey stuff, very trippy stuff. Regulus was having her own little adventure through some visions of Ceres, which is quite an interesting thing to go towards. I do wonder what all of that is gonna play into. But anyway, as always guys, thank you very much for all the support and the interesting comments you leave on these episodes. And speaking of, on the previous part, at Willow Sages said, the math chapter. There are so many small details that I love about this chapter, so here's a compilation of some fun facts and notes. The battle music this chapter, apparently the rhythm beats, I don't know the proper term, is meant to mimic the golden ratio of the Fibonacci sequence. This is probably because in ancient Greece, music and math were tightly connected, an idea made by none other than Pythagoras. Then a timestamp at 1 hour 6 minutes in, which is about the beans, saying, yeah, they actually did this because they believed that beans held the souls of their ancestors, so eating them was like cannibalism. Lol. I agree with the lol there. That is a amazing superstition. I saw other people also as well saying the stuff about the beans, and it's just hilarious. I kind of love it. Anyway, your comment continues with, execution through poisoned wine was a pretty common execution in ancient Greece. It's likely that being thrown into the Gorgon current is the worst punishment because being thrown into the sea is what happened to Hippasus, and adopt any number of people are fond of him for him destroying the original school of Pythagorism. So first off, I don't ever remember hearing the name Hippasus. Maybe I did at some point in school, but again, I'm literally like 37 now, so it's been a while since I was in school. So I probably, and especially my stupid memory for names is non-existent, so I probably am forgetting that name. But yeah, I looked his name up, and by the way, I'm gonna post his mugshot. Well, not his actual mugshot from what I can extrapolate, but a thing that was chiseled in the 1500s. It's on the wiki page for him. It looks amazing. He has the exact face that you imagine of someone who was like, I'm gonna prove your theory incorrect. Kind of, that face is a sight to behold. But yeah, I was curious about the guy, so I looked up his name just to see what that whole thing is about, what you mentioned there. And yeah, basically Hippasus, he is behind the irrational numbers, or the discovery of the irrational numbers essentially, which obviously pissed off anybody who was, you know, in the Pythagoras base camp, essentially. So you can imagine how that went. And yeah, he died at the sea, or he died through drowning at sea, essentially. That's as far as it goes. And obviously there is much more on the wiki page, but yeah, that's about that. That's about that when it comes to him. So yeah, anyway, Willow, thank you very much for that insightful little comment. Didn't pick up obviously that about the music, but that is very interesting. A very interesting thing. Another comment that I saw that brought up the thing that I was asking at the beginning of the previous part, which was where can you figure out, because the game probably tells you, where can you figure out the exact year of how long Vertin was already a timekeeper for that little puzzle. It's being told by Vertin essentially. It's in one of those, like, it's a nice little sentence, but if you don't remember the sentence, you're probably gonna forget what is being said. And yeah, Vertin basically says to Madame Z in chapter 4, as one of you brought up, that it's been 4 years since her friends died in the storm. So yeah, it's basically told in that sentence, and it's a small little thing, and it's kind of like very missable and very forgettable if you don't pay attention to it. But again, when I started doing it in the previous part, or in between the previous part and the part before that, I started thinking like, okay, it has to be only a handful of years. She is still super young, so I just went like from an arbitrary number lesser than 10 and went just downwards just to see which number is gonna be hit. Because that was my like logic at that point. Like it had to be less, obviously less than 10 years. But yeah, thank you for all of that. And there was one comment that came in early on the previous part that made me just lose my shit when I saw it, which was saying "yes, daddy" as a reaction to seeing 210 for the first time is so real. Listen, I'm not attracted to dudes, but that guy could slap my ass. Anyway, let's go. God, let's continue on with this chapter, shall we? So we left on number 13, the middle of the axis. Oh, before I continue, I also saw someone bring up that the current patch has like a scary story in there. I did see it, and obviously I'm not gonna play it. But speaking of old stories, now where we are right now, also the next one of the old stories got also added, so the backlog is being filled up for this Let's Play very slowly. But yeah, anyway, the middle of the axis. Neither biased nor neutral, neither positive nor negative, neither excessive nor deficient. Yup, that's 0. That's 0. Okay. How appropriate is it that this stage is literally just a cutscene stage costing 0 energy? I'll be back here. There is an outbreak of muttering among the white robes. Even the solemn judge stands up.
37. You just said Vertin's number is 0. Do you know what it means?
Very clearly.
Would you be able to submit proof to a payron?
No problem.
Half of you in this hall have put in the pebbles. If 37's argument is found to be true, every argument Vertin has spoken in Sonetto's defense will be deemed valid. Sonetto will be exempt from the punishment. I will announce the result once 37's proof has been validated by a payron. Thank you for your time.
Oh yeah, I didn't see anyone bring it up on the previous part, but I hope the volume now is better than in the part before that one. Like I said on the previous part, I did boost up both voices and music back up because to compensate for the compressor that is running. Anyway. One after another, the apparent followers leave the hall. The Hall of Truth returns to tranquility. Aww. Aww. Sonetto slowly sits on the floor in a lackluster manner. Aww.
Sonetto!
Give her a hug.
Timekeeper, I'm so sorry. I tried my best, but still I couldn't understand the debate. I failed again.
Oh no. Her face becomes abnormally pink, and her breathing becomes fast and shallow. Aww.
What happened to her?
Speaking of daddy... What up, my man?
Come here, little girl. We need to move her outside.
Did he pick her up?
Lie her down on the ground and wipe her palm and feet with dew and peppermint oil.
Okay.
That would be okay.
Her physical signs are becoming more and more stable.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The distinguished number 0.
The man shrugs his shoulders.
I'm kidding. I'm 210. Well, instead of the number, I prefer people call me the rhetorician.
The rhetorician? Well, I'm still gonna call you daddy.
I've heard your preachment.
pretty demagogic.
The man nods, looking amused.
That's how logic works. With logic, I can prove that you'd cease to exist in the next moment, or that there are no other people in this world except me. Achilles can never outrun a tortoise, and a flying arrow is forever motionless. This debate is nothing but meaningless wordplay. That pacifist let you off this time. 6. A perfect number indeed. For he knows the benefit of reconciliation. Who wants to have blood on their hands and be devoured by the cycle of hatred? Yet it's a torture for any intelligent mind to hear such an immature debate. Can you feel the suffering of our leader now?
I'm sorry.
210 gives her a triumphant smile.
No apology needed, Miss Outsider. I also feel sorry for your pain.
I didn't know what to think about him the first time around. He seems like a good guy, at least for now. Unless he's gonna do a 180 at some point. But also, what is with the philosophers and mathematicians on this island? They're all chiseled as hell. What is this guy? Guy wakes up in the morning, thinks about life, and contemplates all philosophical things. And then in the evening, bench presses.
Given that 37 has revealed your number.
What do you mean?
37. Our evil little genius.
Oh, there's the music
Most
again.
Cunning star of Hermes. She's been having fun revealing others' numbers for a long time. Our numbers are our essence. And it's also the most important proof we get once in our lifetime. But she enjoys taking that opportunity away from you. Just because her talent allows her to do so. She did that to her friend, too. She found out Sophia's number. But without casting an eye on that paper with her number on it, Sophia threw it into the sea. Sophia is Sophos. But you... I pity you.
Sophia is Sophos? Did he say that in... It says wise there. Did he say that in Greek? Actually, I'm kind of curious right now. How do you say wise in Greek? Oh, he did. He did say it in Greek. It is Sophos.
It doesn't seem like trouble to me.
Alas, poor little Vertin. You still don't understand. The number of our souls suggests our fate. It might be changed through algorithms temporarily, swirling, shifting, or transforming alongside other changes occurring on the coordinate axis. But in the end, we can only be ourselves. 1 is thought. 2 is opinion. 3 is wisdom. 4 is strength. 5, enthusiasm. 6, harmony. 7, order. 8, philanthropy. 9 is restraint, while 10 is completion. 0, however, is in the middle of the axis, the origin of the frame of reference. It's neither positive nor negative, neither prime nor composite.
It's such a fitting number for a protagonist, quite honestly. It's such a fitting place, being in the middle of pretty much everything. For both the plot and for the fact that she is the protagonist, technically.
Things are ever changing, but you stay the same. Your loneliness also lasts forever.
Aww. Aww.
This is your fate. Being exposed in full view of the crowd, yet you know nothing about it. 37 was acting on impulse. Yet she opened Pandora's box. She leisurely reveals your fate. That carefree behavior makes no difference to picking up a shell on a beach. How could I not pity you?
The man waves his hand and walks away. The air is still. Only the sound of waves comes from afar.
Miss Vertin.
The leader stands in the dark.
37's proof has passed the review. Your friend will now be exempt from the punishment for violating the rules. However, she has to take some catch-up lessons on the scripture.
Oh god.
Please, meet me at the hall tomorrow at noon. I would have words with you.
Is that it? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, very interesting. Oh god, she's back. And goop shit is back. Ugh. Good god. But yeah, a very fitting thing for her. Also, not... Like I said, I'm gonna keep an eye on 210. I have no idea what to think about the guy. For now, he just seems like a good guy. I was kind of expecting him to be maybe a sorta like bad guy eventually. Who knows? Might still turn out to be. Let's see. Lighthearted poem. More like random scribbles to vent emotions than poetry. A mockery written in jest. Bacchus's poem. Okay. This wording is hasty and reckless, yet no offense is meant to your extraordinary spirit. Yes, you naturally know. You know, along with the many countless blind admirers, I am deeply attracted to your imposing breadth of mind that makes you eloquent, even facing a stone wall. Oh, how astute! Only by avoiding labor can one prevent mental fatigue. Eloquence triumphs over facts, and wit refuses truth. Truly a genius in your own right. In the team, everyone is equal. The wise argue with the mediocre chatter confidently. Sincere praise, truly sincere, for your joy in sharing with everyone. So considerate and comprehensive, yet so broad and not specialized. And you led us in the dance, and to draw a circle, then smear it randomly, for logic is all a play, and wakefulness is all sleep. For logic is all a play, and wakefulness is all sleep. That is a sentence. That is a sentence. Alright, let's see. Chain of Peace. He declares that the old standoff must end. In this life, there are 3 kinds of men, just as there are 3 sorts of people who come to the Olympic Games. Okay, gonna have to read this. What's happening?
Before this negotiation begins, I wish to tell an allegory to the two of you.
Okay, good. I will read this first, and then you can tell your allegory. Oh, wait.
A group of people were imprisoned in a cave.
Oh. We're doing this now.
Behind them, there was a fire. Before them was a tall, solid wall.
It's auto-scrolling.
Their legs and necks were chained and fixed, so they were constrained to look nowhere but to gaze at the wall in front of them.
Yep.
When they dropped their eyes, they saw their own body. When they looked up, the flickering light of the fire fell over them, and they only saw the shadows of what was passing behind them.
Yep.
No one had lived one day outside the cave. The shadows cast on the wall all there was to be perceived as reality. They had no knowledge of the real world. One day, one of them escaped from the cave, walked into the light, and saw the true world with his own eyes for the first time. Everything he saw or felt in the cave was nothing more than a mere shadow of the object's true form.
This is such a good allegory.
It is a poor one, Miss Vertin.
This is such a good allegory that can be literally applied to forever, honestly. No matter where we are in time and space, I guess. Because most people live just under a rock, and they don't look at the real world around them. Anyway, this. In this life, there are 3 kinds of men, just as there are 3 sorts of people who come to the Olympic Games. The lowest class is made up of those who come to buy and sell, and next above them are those who come to compete. Best of all, however, are those who come to look on. The greatest purification of all is, therefore, science, and it is the man who devotes himself to that, the true philosopher, who has most effectually released himself from the wheel of birth. John Burnet, Early Greek Philosophy. That is also a very interesting one. The philosophy of this chapter is gonna be amazing.
The phenomenal world is the cave in this allegory, where we are surrounded by shadows or some humble fractions of the truth. It is ugly, frivolous, filthy, perishable, subject to decay, and filled with hollow desires and meaningless struggles. Only the wise can walk out of that cave and see the world as it truly is. In that eternal, transcendent world, everything is in its most perfect form. I pray that you, Miss Vertin, the representative of St. Pavlov Foundation, and you, Miss Arcana, her counterpart of Manus Vindicte, would pay heed to my words.
Oh boy.
Everything you've been fighting each other for means no more than some fragments of phenomena to us. There's only one thing worth doing. That is, to seek higher wisdom, develop one's virtue, and achieve greatness in life.
Are they actually standing right next to each other right now?
We have never set foot on the soil dampened by the storm, nor have we ever been involved in the disputes brought by the torrents of time. I beg you, do not take your conflict in the phenomenal world into the realm of truth.
For certain.
Oh god.
It was never my intention to sully the sanctuary of truth.
God, her empty 100-mile stare.
Then, to prevent a situation like this from happening again,
What are those? Stone rings?
I would like to ask you two to carve your names on these 2 stone bangles
Okay.
and drip a drop of your blood on each of them.
Oh.
Once the bracelet is put on, no one will be able to remove it.
Okay.
From now on, as long as you're on this island, none of your people will draw blood from one another, or the bangle shall draw all the blood from you.
Oh, Jesus. Alright.
The peace agreement is so decided.
No words from her. And Vertin. Arcana stretches out her hand and gently takes a bangle.
I appreciate that. I'll sign it.
The leader gives a slight nod. He looks out from the table and simply strides away. Oh? Oh. That is auto-scrolling.
The peace agreement.
The bangle feels... the bangle feels real in their hands. It certainly possesses some sort of power to fulfill the bloody pledge. Someone is approaching. Yes, she is still here, from the beginning to the end.
Lady Vertin, we meet again.
Hi, crazy.
I wish the best to thy friend.
Same to you, question mark?
She's doing well, thanks to you.
You're most welcome. Thou shalt quench, for times hath changed. I would not wish to shed even a drop of Arcanist's blood in vain.
But Schneider should be the victim of a merciless bullet?
Oh, Jesus.
Vertin, my pitiful child. Did you forget? That merciless bullet cameth from a gun never belonging to me.
The way she speaks as well.
What's Manus Vindicte's purpose to be here?
Hearken the archaic wisdom,
God, I hate the droopy shit.
just as thou doest.
The stone bangle is hot, almost scalding. It can feel the anger.
I am not surprised.
Oh, hi.
I adore thy visage, Lady Vertin, emotionless in the storm. Alas, no man shall bravest the storm and live, including thee.
Her words sound as harsh as the winter gale. An emotion suddenly comes. It's raging like a bushfire, but soon gets tamed down.
A wooden box in the Elitiaus base has my name on it. Was that your doing?
Sadly, it wasn't. I hope thee findeth the answer satisfactory.
She has that old royalty type of speech in her speech manner. Anyway, the figure of Arcana disappears in the night. The stone bangle at the wrist becomes subtly heated.
It's burning.
Something is littering in the woods nearby.
Is that Miss Arcana? Miss Arcana, please, don't go! Save us! And save art!
And save art! What was that? Two wary figures run past Vertin. They are chasing after their leader desperately, as if they are running away from some horrific monsters. Following them, a petite figure rushes out of the woods.
No! Come back! Come back!
Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
You ignorant foreigners! I just started introducing vectors and matrices, and that's the most interesting part! Vertin!
Oh no, Vertin, run!
Great! You always show up at the right time and right place!
Uh-oh, no, Vertin, run!
Stop the masked people! Whatever it takes!
Oh god, no. She was holding math lectures. They were running away. Oh god, no, my nightmare. Anything... Oh my god, they all have names. Why do they all have names? Ruben! Writer, Hunter, Gordon... Okay, Hunter. Blind follower of Manus Vindictae, hoping to escape the filter of the storm. Raise the arm, take aim, then shoot. Hunt has always favored his perfect linear motion. Gordon. Gordon often used to worry about the sharpness of the blade. Now he ponders more on the precision of the blade's curved angle. Jim. Since donning the mask, Jim stopped feeling foolish at the cost of only a small sacrifice in vision and his ability to breathe. What? Roger was born a beneficiary of misconceptions. He maintains that when viewed through the lens of inverted thinking, thugs are actually good guys. Martin. One day Martin suddenly realized violence is an extremely concise and powerful theorem. And Ruben... Okay. Ruben always draws circles in the air, which give him a strong sense of security.
Greetings.
Alright then.
Shall feel its pain and know its regret.
Barrage.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Rest. Oh. Old lady is back. And so is this thing. Let's see what this is first. Oh, never mind. I need an item for this. Strange cave. A dark, narrow cavern with strange echoes stirring within. It demands a token from you and promises a fable in return. Okay. Gonna have to find that from somewhere. Let's see this then.
Oh, look at you. Climbing out of the cave in the allegory, all dusty and dirty like a little savage. They must have tried to fill your little brain with long preachment. But you should feel lucky, because at least they didn't give you a quiz right after that.
I was not listening? What they said is true.
Oh, how modest you are. Looks like you didn't spend all your student days catching tree frogs. Try to reach the corners of your mind, if you would. And there you will find another bunch of people standing in front of a stone table. Yes, those people in gowns. White gowns with gray diamond patterns. One of them was standing on the stairs, gathering all the little vacant eyes to his side. What was he called? Give me a second. Teacher, instructor, tutor, the educator. Just titles like that. No names at all. No one gets to write down their names on that banner, after all. But they have nothing to complain about. You know what they say? What is reasonable is real. That which is real is reasonable.
Oh, yeah?
They showed you a broad avenue in their teachings where you could enjoy a sense of security with all the solid ground, convenient automobiles, and warm sunshine. And at the end of the avenue even lies an inspiring mission, to which you are expected to devote your whole life. There is a distinction between good and bad here, and it's as clear as our innate sense of right and wrong, like a floor of black and white tiles. Any stains on it will be noticed immediately. But in fact, there exists another path in the woods. It's much less traveled, leading to the unknown darkness which cannot be seen with eyes or proved false. You may even experience indescribable chaos and madness there. This path, however, has an excellent view, and it's one of a kind. The plants are thriving with bursting energy, and the flowers are blooming in a delightful atmosphere.
Go on.
So, which will you take?
Perhaps the avenue. I'm interested in a path.
Oh, that's not an easy choice to make. This grandma must give you a round of applause. I would have even pinned a boutonniere to your suit if I had one. But I have to remind you, those things in there are not easy to deal with. They can drive you insane, and you have to be very careful.
It's fine, I'm more insane than those things anyway. What?
You've seen the living proof. Many were freaked out after they came back, and people had to tie and lock them up. Others even dug their own graves. Oh, my. That was a bit over the top. I hope I didn't scare you, darling.
I'm fine.
Here's some good news to cheer you up. Actually, there's still one more way you can take. It would be a good choice if you want to enjoy the scenery without getting lost in the darkness.
The old lady's trying to scare me. Meanwhile, the 50 billion character voices in my head are all screaming back at her. Anyway, another way.
I'm sure you know that myth. You shall take the soul of your love out of the underworld, yet you shall not look back.
Yeah?
That's right. You shall pass by the sleeping sirens, yet you shall not make a sound. The ones with the belief set off. They entered the dark woods barefooted, yet moved so smoothly, as if they were walking on the avenue. They kept their mouths shut and eyes forward. They never turned back, never picked up what was not theirs, never set foot on the forbidden lands, and never looked straight at the sacred greatness.
That is a lot of constraint.
They showed
and willpower,
patience, and wisdom in the face of hunger and danger.
Yep.
So the beasts continued to lurk in the shadow, and the ones with the belief passed through the woods safely, until the path disappeared along with the direction sign. Then the first one to look back gave an exclamation before being exiled.
Is it really reasonable to take it?
Think about what I just said. That which is real is reasonable. Never look back in the woods, darling. If you don't want to be turned into a pillar of salt which can do nothing but wail, then never, ever look back.
She said pillar of salt, and my thoughts immediately went to The Legend of Heroes and that pillar of salt. Which is a funny thing, because it literally turns everybody to salt that gets hit by it, or touches it. Anyway.
Yes, we'd better stay awake, stay calm, stay cautious, all the time.
Uh-huh.
But then there comes the problem. How can you ignore your love for those thriving plants and blooming flowers? How are you supposed to deal with the unstoppable feeling that overflows like a melody when it is stirred up by the beauty of the scenery? Of course, you will cry the loudest cry, dance the wildest dance, drink the strongest drink, and vomit all the filth inside you. After all,
lovely.
There is no need to enter the woods if the soul-stirring scenery is not what you are after, right?
Uh-huh. It doesn't sound like a good way.
No. So you better let it slip your mind, darling.
Uh-huh.
Just let it go and hurry forward.
Let it
Remember
go.
to keep your eyes shut
Sorry.
and hold your breath. When you do so, the scenery will no longer mean anything to you, nor will the fragrance of the flowers. You will get out of the woods and reach where the truth lies. Is that what you want? Don't worry. We have plenty of time. You may come back at any time and pick another way.
Sure. Sure. Alright then, on to the next. Convergent birds. Convergent birds? Also, who am I looking at here? Vertin Sonetto 37. See Regulus with Sophia. What's that? Let's see. The clamor has ceased. They settle on the treetops, enjoying a moment's rest. Alright. Public area island.
Miss Sonetto. You are the fastest learner of our doctrine among all the visitors in the past half-century.
Why am I not surprised by that? She's a super nerd already. She's gonna devour anything that you put in front of her.
On behalf of all our writers, I award you this laurel wreath.
No, I wouldn't have achieved this without your guidance.
Oh, that is very cute.
Those mathematic statements are really inspiring. I've learned a lot.
I've evolved to the ultra rare nerd.
But there's still something confusing me, such as Pythagoras and his golden thigh, his memory of the previous lifetimes as the son of Hermes, and the transmigration for every 216 years. Could you please tell me more about these?
Pythagoras is in his golden thighs? Golden thighs. I'm not familiar with that. His memory of the previous lifetime as the son of Hermes, and the transmigration for every 216 years. What is that about? What is that last one about? The door is violently kicked open. Two outsiders, heads dropping to their chests, are dragged into the Hall of Truth. Oh no.
Why would people fail to see the charm of the matrices?
Oh no. Oh no. Is she dragging them in?
This is not right. I need to spend more time on teaching.
This child.
Anyone, save us!
Thus my journey of art is doomed to fail. I really don't want to study maths anymore. Help.
That whimpering help. Nobody cares what they're yelling. As 37 continues to grumble to herself, the two men are dragged into a different room.
Timekeeper, you are here.
I heard that you completed all the lessons on the scripture. This laurel wreath suits you well.
Yet Sonetto keeps her head low. Aww.
Timekeeper, I'm sorry. At the assembly, I failed to understand the Arcanist logic. It was totally different to the debates I have participated in. But now I have...
That was not your fault, Sonetto. It is now behind us. I need to tell you something more important. I've signed a peace agreement with Arcana, and the price of breaking it is... death.
Oh no, this is gonna worry the shit out of her.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So Manus Vindictae is also restrained by the stone bangle like we are.
No, keep the laurel, it's cute. The chief assistant ponders aloud, having already removed her laurel crown. Okay, thank you again for pointing that out.
Yes, she put it on without hesitation. But I don't think her purpose would be as simple as hearkening the ancient wisdom.
Yeah, what is she doing here? Unlike others... Oh god, okay, auto-scrolling.
I attacked Manus' followers earlier as 37 asked me to. But I received no punishment from the bangle.
That's interesting, yeah. Unlike other stones in the Foundation's collection, this one has no signs of arcane skill on it. Before it is activated, it looks harmless, rough, moderately weighted, and no different from other ordinary stones. Is this thing gonna just be like a placebo effect?
Perhaps this island makes its own judgment on what to be classified as hostility. Like it has a mind of its own.
Actually, yeah, thinking back on it, when the two of them were talking, she had super hostile feelings towards her, and the thing had been described as heating up slowly, or rather, very intensely heating up, like it was ready to do something. But I guess Vertin doesn't have really like negative feelings of malice towards the other Manus Vindictae members. It's literally just her that she has super negative feelings about. So it might be reacting exponentially to that.
Sonetto, do not report this to the headquarters before we figure out how the bangle works. After all, there are many other things to investigate on this island, other than Manus Vindictae.
I see. I will contact Miss Druvis and Miss Moiselle first and keep an eye on Arcana. Timekeeper, this island, the Manus' mask, and your suitcase are all immune to the storm. Does this mean we could collect more asymmetrical nuclide R samples?
I tried to collect some samples last night in the outer region of the island, but the detecting device showed nothing. If we were to find out more, we have to go to the center area.
What are you conspiring now?
Oh god, no. Hi.
Do not poke the fire with swords. And do not jump over a crossbar.
Freckles is here.
The assembly will not be held every time when there's a crime. Please take heed of my warning, and do not overstep the line. Learn a lesson from them.
Behind Sophia, two grey-coated figures appear. One disheveled, the other covered in soot. As if they have just survived an explosion.
Lilia, didn't you say you have Regulus with you safely?
Apologies, Vertin.
Uh-huh.
I was going to rescue Sonetto through a very creative underground tunnel.
What?
But things didn't quite go as planned.
Uh-huh. Regulus shimmies in a dance-like step, trying to shake off the dust.
Not a bad innovation for a simple clap on the forehead. If only you didn't miscalculate the location of the explosion.
This apple is grateful that it didn't get blasted into a puddle of apple jam.
Warning. Shell cleaning required. Warning.
I don't know why, but when I was in that cave, ideas kept flooding into my head.
Uh-huh.
Though, judging by the outcome, they weren't all good ideas.
Uh-huh, you don't say. Sophia puts her head on her forehead, looking extremely fatigued.
On a routine patrol, I found them trying to break into the cave. I'm not surprised that an irrational number would try to trespass on forbidden grounds. But you two? The integer and the fraction? What were you doing with her? This is a serious crime.
Life has suddenly become a lot more difficult. That sigh.
We have to go through this debate again.
It's okay, Timekeeper. I will defend Regulus. I've thoroughly studied the scripture, and this time I'm sure I can do better.
Forget it.
Sophia mutters to herself.
Forget it. It is unwise to waste time trying to understand an irrational number's motive.
Oh, Regulus.
Besides, we should let the Reckless take care of the least important matters.
She gives them a smirky smile.
That's it. Regulus, you will come with me to clean the beach.
Yes.
Huh? Me? Again?
Yes, you. Again.
Since you have too many floating points, words of discipline would not work on you. We would have suggested you study with the rest of the students here. Abstain from eating meat, bathe in cold water, rise with the Apollo star, study our doctrine, read the scripture aloud on the beach, so as to remove your floating points and purify your soul.
She's never gonna abide by any of those. So yeah, logically just put her to work.
What? I won't do any of that.
What?
Taking your peculiar character into consideration, I decided that some compulsory labor would be the better option.
Regulus also smiles in relief.
Oh, that's the best news of the day. I'd rather clean up the rubbish on the beach than be surrounded by people giving sermons all the time. At least the rubbish doesn't talk gibberish. I'd be dead if you didn't change your mind.
Regulus, studying the scripture is not that scary. They will teach you and guide you until you take full command. Just like taking lessons at school.
Huh? Is that what schools are like?
Yes.
Haven't you been to a school, Regulus?
I was kind of thinking that, but I don't think she was. Oh, that sad expression.
Haha! A great pirate would not remember trivial matters as such.
So no.
So, where were we? Which part of the beach needs to be taken care of by the great captain?
My laboratory.
Oh god.
Whoa! Where did you pop up from?
37 blinks her eyes emotionlessly and entirely ignores Regulus's complaint.
37. Aren't you supposed to preach to the visitors?
Preach.
I've seen their numbers.
Uh-oh.
A group of negative repeating infinite decimals. They will achieve nothing but to repeatedly step in the river of mistakes. I gave up on them.
Also, a group of... Oh, so they're all negative? Negative... Okay. Also decimals. Not even full numbers?
Those who are complicit in breaking into the cave will also be sent to labor. Sonetto and Lilia will come with me to patrol. Regulus, you can go clean the lab. As for Vertin, you will assist 37 with her study of the emanation.
Uh-huh.
Don't waste more time on the trivial matters of the phenomenal world. Integers. That was the sole reason you were on this island, was it not?
Sophia turns around and leaves. She stops a few steps away from them, silently urging the patrol team to move.
Don't let down your guard. The Arcanists on this island are not as easy to deal with as you imagined.
Uh-huh.
Down in the cave, I heard some pretty alluring and intriguing anecdotes.
Miss Lilia, this way. You will cover this area.
Stay on the radio.
The flying witch waves her hand and departs for her new job determinedly. Sonetto hesitates for a brief moment, then quickly goes after her.
Don't worry, Timekeeper. Lilia and I will keep an eye on Manus Vindictae.
We are counting on you, Sonetto. I have a feeling we are coming closer to a big secret.
Oh, we are. definitely building to something. It's definitely building to something. Oh. A trial battle, I guess. The masked heads want to escape from the classroom of truth again. Stop them. Help 37. Oh no, the poor guys. Etiquette perplexed creation. Hesitant creation. Alright.
This trial is mine to judge.
Alright, that was easy. They will eventually understand the beauty of mathematics. Sure they will. Various scraps of colored waste paper. Oh boy. The Great Revolution. Transforming the prison of numbers into an artistic utopia. Begin investigation. 5:30 AM. The sun has just risen. Incorrect island schedule. Urgently needs correction. 5 stars? What? A review? A rough doodle of a man with an expressionless face. Loose hair, free-spirited and discerning. Needs a bit of dishevelment. 1 star. Tough headband. Perhaps expresses individuality and defiance. Monotonous clothing colors. No tassel decoration. Poor taste. 2 stars. Are these like tourist reviews of the island or some shit? Room. Neat, bed rolled up, not even a trace of having been slept in. Collective lack of imagination and creativity. 3 stars. Doctrinal studies. Terrifying regulations. A stranglehold on the soul. 5 stars. Location Plaza Beach. Method lecturing art saloon. Transformation style dreamy, cozy, passionate. A rough doodle of a beach party scene. Honey bread and vegetable salad. Vegetarianism. No leftover food on the plate. Environmentalism. A beautiful utopian prototype. Boring and empty Q&A session. Sleep-inducing. 4 stars. Frowning. Contemplation. Frowning. Frowning. Contemplation. Not a single smile. Harmful group activity. 3 stars. 3 stars. Walk in the fields. Makes me hungry. What's for dinner? A rough doodle of a little girl with long hair, fierce expression and exaggeratedly waving arms, like some kind of artistic process. Terrifying pursuer, stubborn enemies of the Great Revolution, beware! Oh. Are these by the guys she was chasing? No meat, reminder, sometimes peace must give way to the stomach. 10 people per table, suitable for exchanging creative ideas and inspirations. Reciting poetry. Reciting poetry, yeah, high art. No meat, a rough doodle of grilling meat. Alright. Sound the alarm. Oh boy. Ultimately, there is always more than one weather forecaster. Okay, Regulus, Vertin, and 37. Anybody else somewhere? No? Okay. Laboratory.
What? What am I looking at?
Modern technology.
So your so-called sacred project is this gigantic IDM computer?
IDM. I forgot what time frame you're from. Regulus inspects the computer like an expert.
I was curious about them during my stay in Laplace. Those later versions of the model are so much better than the 66 ones.
Right, she did see computers in Laplace.
But this one doesn't seem that far advanced to those. This is not a junk piece the man has sold you, is it?
Items of the phenomenal world are all a waste. This one is long broken. After the emanation, we couldn't find anyone to repair it.
Ah, okay, so this thing is old, was just left behind.
Why do you keep referring to the storm as the emanation? What does the emanation mean? It is the waves of Numa. We are the expellees of the world of forms. We were banished to this damp and dark cave. Everyone here is obsessed with the fake light on the wall, but forgets to look for the truth. Numa, however, will lead us to escape the cave and return to a more supreme realm.
Eh? You make it sound like we're living in piles of rubbish.
Aren't we?
Of course not. If you ask me, I'd say you have absolutely no idea how wonderful the outside world is, because you have never left here to try it yourself. Dr. Pepper, the music festivals, Rory Storm, the Hollies, and the Rolling Stones. Oh, there are too many to count.
I have to give it to her that the first thing, of course, that she's gonna mention is Dr. Pepper.
If it weren't for this sick storm, I would still be riding a motorcycle in one of those races in London.
Your soul must be pretty contaminated.
And the computer, they can calculate
Ignored.
extremely large numbers within seconds, better than hundreds of thousands of you combined together.
In the case of numbers, it's not the bigger the better. Also, this computer has never played a useful part in our study.
Come on, mate. You people just leave it in a cave. It's like sending an infant to the kitchen and waiting for it to bring you dinner. Never mind, you'll see what I mean after I fix it.
You're gonna fix it? Can you fix it? Regulus mutters as she gets down on the ground and crawls closer to the computer.
Can you fix an IDM, Regulus?
No, but I've seen the La Paz people do it. Shouldn't be too difficult, I assume.
Oh god, no. This is the equivalent of working in a call center and someone calls with computer problems and you ask them what kind of computer you have and you're gonna get the answer of it's white. Oh god, no, Regulus, please. It's already broken, don't break it even more.
Oh, the dust! When was the last time you sent people down here to clean? Oh, some critters are nesting here. Oh, did I break into your party? Vertin, come give me a hand. They won't let me touch them.
This is how we transition into the battle. Because she disturbed critters nesting inside of an old computer. Regulus never ever change. Never ever change.
Greetings.
And now, to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Alrighty. Green numbers appear on the screen. After getting rid of the parasitic pests, the dusty behemoth begins to miraculously return to life. Well, look at this.
You fixed it. It's great to have you clean the laboratory, Regulus. Your floating point immediately reduced.
Oh, is that a compliment? Sounds like one to me. Thank you.
It's a wordplay, Captain. Infinity minus any numbers still equals to infinity.
Fine. I should have given up the idea of changing your eccentric sorting system a long time ago. What's the meaning of humans inventing computers if these machines were only left here for some critters to nest in?
Thanks to you, now we can have a look at the previous models, Regulus. But it's a pity since it only has the data before 2003. Everything in the past 4 years has gone missing.
That is still exciting, because that is still past the point of 1999. 37's fingers are dancing over the keyboard. She seems surprisingly familiar with operating this computer.
This is our chronology, Vertin. From 1999 to 2007, the emanation has taken place 7 times. In the initial 4 years, the emanation has a pattern. First, it brought us back to the 90s, then the 80s, and then the 70s.
Yeah, so going in tens.
After that, it suddenly leaped to the 30s. In the subsequent 3 years, it took place twice. Every record here can perfectly match what is in the Foundation's files.
Uh-huh.
Wait. These are the records before 2003, you say? But this one refers to the storm in 1966, which happened recently.
Yeah.
These are indeed the records before 2003. What's following the records is our forecast.
That's to say, you prophesied the 1966 storm 4 years prior to its occurrence. How is this possible?
Numbers.
That you are clever enough to develop such a precise mathematical model, while at the same time you just let the IDM become the home of these critters.
We just worked out the patterns in the number sequences.
You made such precise prediction even without leaving the island. That's incredible.
So there is a pattern to it. And it's predictable, huh? 39's lips curl unhappily.
You don't need to go into a river to find out the pattern of its flow. Moreover, we would send people to observe in the phenomenal world. My mother was one of them. She is the co-author of this model. Nobody knows this computer better than her.
So you have a mother too?
What is that question?
2? 37. Where is your mother now?
Like many people, she was restored to her true form. Since then, I took over this laboratory.
Does she mean passed away by that?
The form, you said. 37. What is it?
Oh, wait. The form. Yeah, wait. Did you get hit by the storm or some shit?
What kind of question is this?
She tilts her head, looking genuinely confused.
The form, or the essence, is what's left of you after all the fakeness has been peeled off.
Huh. Is that how they're looking at it? Okay, she isn't saying it right now, but I'm thinking like that what she means there by that is that her mother got hit by the storm, which turned her into like a different form, which we've seen happen. Huh. I have an interesting view of that thing. Also, there is something here. Huh. Okay. IDM maintenance records. A page torn from a machine maintenance log, creased from having been repeatedly unfolded and folded. Whoa. Okay, let's see. November 8th. Replaced punched paper cards. No equipment abnormalities. November 9th. Shut down for 30 minutes to check the connector board. Inspection results. Some wires slightly aged. No leakage or poor contact was detected. Reported and added wires to the monthly off-island purchase list. November 10th. Shut down for 30 minutes to check the motor drive. Inspection results. Performance good. November 11th. Shut down for 30 minutes to check the indicator device. Inspection results. The needle of meter A1G4 was stuck. Upon troubleshooting, the internal gears of meter A1G4 were corroded. Reported and added the indicator meter to the monthly off-island purchase list. November 12th. Replaced punched paper cards. No equipment abnormalities. November 13th and 14th. No abnormalities. 15th. Shut down for 1 hour 15 minutes, ooh, this is a long one, to replace the meter. Also obtained a new type of connector board from off the island, scheduled to be replaced the next day. 16th, replaced punched paper cards, no abnormalities. 17th, replaced the new connector board, shut down for 3 hours. Getting longer, replacement completed. November 18th. No equipment abnormalities. Disposal of the original connector board. I gave it to my daughter, Sophia, who is quite fond of studying these. The disposal has been approved. So these are being written down by Sophia's parent. So Sophia is a descendant of someone from off the island, huh? Well. Or were they all... No. No. Some of them are from off the island. November 19th. No abnormalities. 20th. Replace the punch paper cards. No equipped abnormalities. Ah. That's very insightful. That kind of explains why she is kind of approaching stuff a bit differently than everybody else. The empty ship. It returned as scheduled, yet empty-handed. Okay, Sonetto and Sophia. The double S.
Now we are listening to the New Year collection. The world-famous painting Mona Lisa was found and returned to Musée du Louvre in the afternoon of December 13th.
Oh, okay.
The U.S. Congress passed the Federal Reserve Act on December 23rd, formally establishing the Federal Reserve System. The conflict between Austria-Hungary and Serbia has escalated. Bulgaria challenged the Bucharest Peace Treaty. Tension is building up over the Balkan Peninsula.
I remember a comment from I think it was from the first part of this chapter who said, "Oh no, we're in 1914. Oh no." Oh yeah, Austria-Hungary and Serbia. Oh. Yeah, this is where it begins. It's funny to think about. It's so kind of funny to think about because I am from Croatia. And I'm direct neighbors with Serbia. So technically speaking, my country was direct neighbors to where it began.
In London, futurists gathered under Big Ben, celebrating the upcoming 1914.
This is news of the outside world?
Sonetto puts Miss Radio to her ears, paying full attention to the unfamiliar news. After the snatches of news, when the...
What about on your side?
Oh, this is auto-revolving. After the snatches of news, when the channel knob has been turned to the right end, a familiar voice comes out. That's a lot of debris.
I am with Sophia. Arcana's still in the hall. She hasn't taken any action so far. Got it. Please keep an eye on the Manus followers. Be mindful of the restrictions set by the Bangle.
Who are you talking to?
Sonetto immediately hides Miss Radio behind her.
Just checking up on Lilia.
Please stay vigilant during the patrol. This is the last place we need to check.
On the white soft beach, there are several geometrical bodies in different shapes. Some have sunk deep into the sand, while others are still standing unyieldingly. Just like a minimalist art exhibition.
We must keep this graveyard clean. Our dead deserve to be left in peace and undisturbed by the phenomenal world.
Was this an old laboratory here? Sophia gets down on one knee before a cone-shaped body, dusting it meticulously.
Miss Sophia, you said this is the graveyard?
Her hand quivers a little.
Yes, the geometry graveyard it is called. 4 years ago, my father was restored to a geometric body on his way back to the island. So was 37's mother, who was also on that ship.
Oh. Oh. So yeah, I was right. They were hit by the storm. Oh, flashback.
You're crying, Sophia.
Oh, that's her mother? Oh, no, wait. What am I thinking? Sophia. No. 37. I'm dumb. Excuse me. I was looking at a porter and was like, wait, what?
I was wrong. We calculated it wrong, 37.
Oh no.
We miscalculated the impacted area of the emanation. We thought the ships would be safe in the Gorgon current, but the safe area is in fact 5 degrees away. When the emanation happened, the bow of their ship had just entered the safe area. But it was too late. My dad is gone. So is your mom.
Oh. Oh.
But why are you crying?
Oh. The babies.
My mom and your dad have come back to us, right?
Oh God.
Have come back? Do you call this coming back? Like this? In the form of geometric bodies? Cold and silent? Being pushed to the shore?
37 frowns, looking confused. Yeah. He doesn't comprehend regular feelings. But then the corners of her lips turn up. As usual, she works out the answer within seconds. Swift and precise.
No. They have gone somewhere further. Look at them. These geometric bodies. How pure and how elegant. I've never seen such perfect geometric bodies before. If they are not from the eternal and transcendental world of forms, how should we explain this?
37?
I'm going to study the emanation, Sophia. This is the best chance ever. The transcendental world finally opens its door to us. We will reach our hands to the forms and explore the oldest and eternal laws. Will you help me, Sophia? Next time I will definitely make a better calculation. I promise.
Aww. Waves lap against the beach. In the fine sand, the geometrical shapes are bathed unyieldingly in the moonlight. Despite the endless tides, they maintain their form, never eroded nor washed away by time. An eternal monument. Sophia lowers her head, as if she's trying to cut herself out of a miserable memory. Aww.
Thank you for assisting 37 with her research, Sonetto. No, I didn't do anything. Timekeeper knows the storm better. You have helped us greatly by just coming onto this island. For all this time, 37 has been locked up in the laboratory, refusing to talk to anyone, nor participate in any group study.
Okay, this just kind of sounds to me like she might not be displaying emotions outright. But what happened to... Probably... Or, let's put it this way. She probably has a strong attachment to Sophia and is trying to do right by Sophia. But probably doesn't, like, feel affected by the loss of her parents, because she doesn't see it as a loss. But because she saw Sophia so distraught, she just threw herself into a shit ton of work. Probably. At least that's my kind of assumption of this thing.
Since the 2-day emanation in 1929.
Oh, Jesus. A 2-day emanation.
It is you who helped her revive her interest in other affairs in Apiron.
These are Timekeeper's contributions. I barely did anything.
Sophia smiles bitterly and looks away.
I can't help 37, because I don't see the charm of numbers. I lack the perception that an integer should have. That's why I can't see my own number.
The number's charm? Sorry, I have never thought about this. For me, Arcanum is my inborn mission. If you ask me, you are an unbelievably excellent Arcanist. You can flatten the ground, clean up the beach, and rectify errors. You did it in an efficient and precise manner, which is already an advanced ritual.
Any students who have sworn to knowledge can do this easily. They aren't doing my job because they wish not to waste time on these trivial fragments of the phenomenal world. Because they have seen the truth.
Huh. Oh? What's happening?
The phenomenal world is never complete. Like you can never draw a perfect circle there.
Ooh, this music. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. This reminds me a bit of like the in the Legend of Heroes games. There is always that moment when characters start explaining something that a specific type of music is always being played. This kind of reminds me of that. Alright, keep going.
No matter how much time you spend on it or how sophisticated your device is, it is impossible to draw a perfect circle in the phenomenal world. Arrows always exist. The floating points after the decimal can be reduced, but not destroyed. The perfect circle only exists in the abstract transcendental world. Of course, anyone in the world can find out the value of pi through the most primitive method. Egyptians, Greeks, Chinese, and Babylonians, they have all tried. They made circles with twine, painted on the ground with twigs, or measured the land with cubit rods. But none of them actually drew a perfect circle. However different their practices were, they found out the sole truth, the approximate value of pi, because the essence of the circle is hiding in the imperfect manifestation of it.
Huh.
This is the truth. It is eternal, unchanged, pure, and transcendent.
I just want to read that sentence again. However different their practices were, they found out the sole truth, the approximate value of pi.
Anyone can reach out to it at any time, in any place, by any means, and everyone will get the same answer from it. The forms transcend all matters.
Her gaze is firm but distant.
The world of matters we live in is being flooded and destroyed by the tides of Numa. When the tides recede, what is left on the beach is the essence.
This doesn't sound right. Let me think. How come your theory reminds me of the Manus Doctrine?
37. We see the storm very differently. Among all the other things, we saw it first of all as a disaster.
But earthquakes, floods, volcanic eruptions, these are also disasters.
Yeah?
These catastrophic events happen not because they have a reason to destroy. They just happen in this world. Like we do. This is what my mother taught me. She must be proud that she's a perfect geometric body now.
I mean, sure, but stuff like earthquakes will not, you know, reverse progress. Even if it will halt progress for a while, in certain places, stuff can be rebuilt and you keep moving on. But a phenomenon that reverses time kinda nullifies progression. It's regression.
I'm sorry for mentioning your mother.
37 frowns.
Why do you apologize, Vertin? Are you feeling guilty?
Yeah, she doesn't understand that.
This is a very unusual feeling for a number like you.
I don't get it. Why did you say my number is 0?
Yeah, that's a thing. I would love a full explanation to that. Why is she specifically 0? No little secrets, huh? Okay. Another cutscene only, huh? outside a cave, caves cannot shield all rain, nor can paper manuscripts. Okay.
I just saw it. The numbers of everything and every being would just emerge in front of me. I see it, and I speak it out loud. That's it.
210 told me numbers imply our fate.
37 frowns more deeply.
Don't believe him, Vertin. Numbers are just numbers. I know nothing about fate. Fine. I don't think I like 210. And the feeling goes both ways for us. Because I once said he is a poor number. 210 equals 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. He is the product of all prime numbers between 1 and 10. Looks like he has it all, but he doesn't have any real forte. He likes to sugarcoat himself with metaphors. Only those with a flawed essence would adore the trickery of words.
The mathematical way of putting someone in their place.
This is indeed an extreme comment.
Yup.
And 6 is no better. Every leader of a Pyrrhon has been a 6. 6 is the perfect number since it equals the sum of all its proper divisors. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. But this number has been overrated. He's not that special.
I love this child. I might have an aversion to math, but this is great.
What about your number? What does 37 mean?
I don't know.
You don't know. She purses her lips.
I am 37. I've known it since I was born. So does everyone else. People told me what it means. But I have never tried to prove their theory.
Okay, color me interested.
I know very little of fate. So I always think, even if I find out their essences, does it mean I have known them better?
37 once tried to tell me my number.
Sophia takes a deep breath.
She wrote it down and put it into a bottle, but I couldn't get up the courage to open it. I didn't want to know. I once made a horrible mistake. An unforgivable miscalculation. It makes me worried that I may also be a mistake.
Oh.
So I threw the bottle into the sea.
Oh. She stops her patrol and turns back briskly.
This is how 37 is different from us. We are all prisoners of that cave. Only the wise one can find her way out of the cave and return to rescue the rest of us. I'm the ignorant prisoner who sits, and she's the wise one who returns. I will be crushed into dust by the truth, while she will be the star shining above it.
Yes, she had heard the fable, but never quite liked this version. The red-headed girl lets out a sigh, raises her gaze out above the sea at the twinkling night sky.
The truth is like the stars in the night sky. Beautiful, but cold. It has been there long before my existence, and will stay that way long after I'm gone. It sheds no tears for the weak, nor laments the tragic fate. It's forever bright, and always moving forward. The person who avoids the truth is not qualified to study it. I'm sorry. My interpretation has been emotional.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
I think I kind of know how you feel, Miss Sophia. However unworthy you think you are, there must be something we can do. Maybe we can't reach the core of the truth, but we can clean up the path to it for the future explorers. This is our fate.
Interesting insight. I have come to understand why 37 likes you so much. Let us go back to work then. Start from dusting the tombstones.
Alright, I've had enough of these Sol Numa related idle topics.
Oh boy, here we go.
I want to have a look at your model. Wow, seriously? How did you get this far?
Oh. Regulus eagerly pokes her head over, but 37 is faster. She has switched off the computer swiftly.
This model has been proven wrong. For 4 whole years we had been optimizing it, but the emanation in 1929 only lasted for 2 days, which means our calculation was entirely a failure. That model is just like this computer. It's a piece of junk, and this is all I can present to you.
37 drops her head, looking sad.
No, it's not junk. I think I know why your model didn't work.
What?
Manus Vindictae has changed history.
Right.
They accelerated history, forcing historical events to happen earlier than they were supposed to. Thus, the storm in 1929 occurred sooner than it should.
No way.
37 stares at her in astonishment. Her shoulders shiver.
Controlling the emanation. Changing the history of the outside world.
Okay. So yeah, they're pushing events to happen a bit earlier than when they should. I think I made a note of that at some point. Wasn't I looking something up and saying that the year wasn't correct or something? But that it happened regardless? I think I did in some earlier part, I can't remember right now.
Numa is eternal and transcendental. It won't obey any orders given from the phenomenal world. Neither will it change its patterns because of some fragments.
Yes, my dear child, but Numa seems to activate and react and do shit when, like, the cognitive... What's the word I'm looking for? The cognition of people is, like, on a high level because of something. And it starts to accumulate and trigger and do shit.
I'm telling the truth, 37. I've been there, in the storm of 1929. Your model was not wrong. You just missed some key information. You've never been to the place where the storm falls, and thus know nothing about the symptoms of the storm syndrome and the true purposes of Manus Vindictae.
No! That's impossible! Even if there are means to control the emanation, it wouldn't be like this. If this is true, does it mean the phenomenal world, this insignificant phenomenal world, is more transcendental? Mother's model was defeated by this?
She holds herself with a pale face, as if making a tough decision. Eventually she speaks up again with great difficulty.
Vertin, could you give us proof? The proof that Manus Vindictae accelerated history and triggered the emanation.
I swear I wasn't lying.
No, not like this. To prove it in front of Epiron. Go to our sacred place. To the Hall of Truth. In the depths of the cave. There, everyone can see the essence of the world.
Oh!
I beg you. Give them your proof, just like how we submit the proof of our soul number.
Uh-huh. We're going to the heart of the island, huh? Uh-huh. You don't say. Oh. Back to you. Okay. This is getting fascinating. So yeah, if they're not technically controlling the storm still happens by itself. But yeah, if they accelerate historical events from happening a bit earlier, they can push the storm to happen a bit earlier as well. Instead of relying on the actual history and actual heightened emotions or distraught or whatever is happening currently in the world. Anyway, tell me, lady, what's happening?
Come here. Place your hand on it. Feel the texture. The craft is one of a kind, not some cheapie you can get from the flea market.
What? Also, it's called the Misfit.
I mean it. This is a Keelium, and even the most traditional, delicate, and expensive kind. It has applied fiery red as the dominant color, and the stitches are perfectly neat.
Keelium? What? Okay, before I continue, I need to look up what the hell is a Keelium. Okay. I know what it is now. Basically, it's a Persian rug, essentially, or rather, is a flat tapestry woven carpet or rug traditionally produced in countries of the former Persian Empire, including Iran, but also in the Balkans and the Turkic countries. Keelims can be purely decorative or can function as prayer rugs. Modern keelims are popular floor coverings in Western households, which I can confirm. We have pretty much several of these Persian-style rugs in the house, because, you know, Balkans. But yeah, Keelim is... I don't remember if I probably heard it under that name, but I mostly remember them because the most popular term to use for them is... well, Persian rugs, essentially. Anyway, okay, I knew what they were, just didn't remember this specific name. Right, where does it come from?
From the sea, just like you, darling. It arrived with a meerschaum pipe, a glass jar, a pack of sugar cubes, and a child in panic. Both she and the Keeling were born on the land where the craft originated. Their appearances apply the same dominant color, and the patterns in them share similar complexity.
Who is the child?
Oh, your curiosity is aroused. But we are not done with the carpets yet. You've always got to get a souvenir or two every time you reach a new place. So you will have something to show when you tell the stories one day, right?
Sure.
Look at these handmade fabrics. How splendid! Those incredible patterns were the only thing on the craftswomen's minds when they made the carpets. It's safe to say they have spent their whole life improving their skills at using the vertical loom. And that's how we get these carpet knots arranged in beautiful lines. But they are just people like us. What if they get distracted? What if the carpet knots go off the right track and get tied to the wrong threads? Then you will be in trouble. Big trouble. All the problems in the universe will come at you, and the situation will be even worse than the bureaucratic system of a millennial empire.
Damn it. Can we do something to fix it? This one.
I like the pragmatic quality in you. I'm sure it will make your life even more wonderful. The people will be impressed and line up to tackle the problems for you. Oh, don't be mad. Some make troubles and others deal with the troubles. That happens. You know, every question has a questioner when they are raised. Likewise, every error has a corrector when they are corrected. That's how we get to know them.
Them?
The correctors. An ancient profession. Their duty is to remove the loose threads and iron out the wrinkles on the carpets. In the language of this island, that is to check the calculations on the papyri and even the holes on the punched tapes. No one is capable of doing this job except the altruists, because it is similar to unraveling a ball of wool. Besides finding the end of the threads, you must always pay attention to the cats. Yes, the cats.
Yeah?
They may jump on the ball and make things even worse. And she, the red-haired little girl with the carpet in her arms, was overwhelmed at the beginning. Not yet familiar with the ruler, she tried her best to find the end of the threads. So the cats took the opportunity to jump on her together and left countless scratches on that little forehead. Poor girl.
Oh.
See, that's the problem every corrector has to deal with. Their job is to correct errors. But what if their own existence is also part of the errors? Oh, it's no big deal. There is more than one loom in this world. She left the complicated patterns behind and came to this simple kingdom featuring numbers only. There she made the first contact with a spinning loom named Geometry. She had never seen anything like that before, and it was almost impossible for her to comprehend how it worked. She could hardly convert the numbers on the books into an actual diagram in her brain. Without a whole picture of what she was working on, she resorted to her hard work and more hard work. Then a long time passed, leaving one wound after another on her fingers. Later, the wounds even became calluses. In the end, her hands were no longer tender, but tough enough to resist the damage from the loom. Yes, she has won a place on this island for herself.
I'm happy for her.
Yes, she's a quick learner. She learned even faster than some of the locals. But that was not enough, because she has been outmatched by her playmate, the leading one in the field of mathematics on the island.
Yep, 37.
That girl is like a perfect piece of satin born by nature. It is decorated by the beauty of mathematics and geometry. No manual work involved. In order to reach the showcase where that perfect piece lies, and to stay on the right track and fit into the school, she has done everything she could. But, she is still the most distinctive carpet there. Anyone can tell that as long as they spend some time on the island.
It's not wrong to be distinctive.
Of course not. She's only a bit different from others.
A bit?
So she will continue to weave on the loom until one day the spindle pierces her callus and the fire burns everything to the ground.
Well, that is foreshadowing.
Shh. I should stop here. You know that mathematician who was thrown into the sea? He died because he said something he shouldn't have.
Hey, look at that. Mentioning him.
Cut not wood on a public road. Open not an unwanted bottle.
Duh.
I don't know what to say next. I guess the best line for this circumstance is, see you later.
See you later, alligator. Alright. Very interesting. The upstream boat. Hey, we're finally back to actual battle stuff. The upstream boat, huh? Refuse quick fixes. Door-to-door sales. Flip to the answer pages. And the porch that can be reached, And the porch that can be reached in only one step.
Wait a second, just a second. Isn't this still the dungeon? Are you setting us up?
Good lordy, Echo.
All caves are interconnected. This is the way to our sacred place.
37, wait. I remember Sophia once told us that trespassing on the sacred place is a serious crime.
No worries. The restrictions were to help us not be distracted by the unimportant details in life. It would not stop us from seeking the truth.
Oh, excellent. I will tell it to the Abraxas when it shows up.
Getting foggier. Regulus suddenly stops.
Hey, 37. Are you sure this is the right way? My heart just sank as if I took a bite of those overnight potato chips.
What?
Are you scared?
Oh, you wish. But when I was exploring underground with Lilia earlier, we ran into some fog like this one. Oh, it doesn't bring you any wanted guess, mind you.
Maybe you were their target because you are an irrational number.
Oh, is that so? You integers will be fine then. Good luck. Don't beg this pirate for help later.
Hold there. Something is coming out.
She's so offended by it. Ooh. Several strange figures emerge in the fog, staggering over.
Huh? Rooster head with 2 snakes as its feet. Abraxas. That's weird. Why are they here?
They're coming for us.
Ha! What did I say? Don't bet.
Regulus, prepare for battle.
Just cut off.
Okay, I know. I was just teasing her.
Regulus whistles and charges toward the enemies with excitement. Oh, what was that? Oh, the wristband? An extreme pain comes from the wrist. Oh, it's triggering. It's the stone bangle, which is radiating, burning.
Stone bangle is activated, but they're just Abraxas.
Ah. Radiating, burning heat. Okay.
Regulus, wait for their attack. Do not kill them.
What? What kind of request is this?
Just knock them out.
Regulus, that's of prime importance.
Fine. If it is of prime importance, this pirate will try her best.
The wristband is triggering on the Abrax. Wasn't the initial deal about the thing to prevent Vertin and her team to engage with the Manus? Now the Abrax is part of the Manus? In some weird way? Oh, these are... Look at that look. Mad Abraxas. The guardian of the apparent precepts. In this way, we are able to understand the heaviness of a glimpse of eternity. Also, give me one of these.
Program activated.
Oh, yeah! Pacts once formed cannot be broken. Each round, the first character to activate cast an incantation cannot act again. Until the start of the next round. Huh, okay. Alright, birds.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
That's it. I still have 10 more songs to play.
These are not the same kind of Abraxas as we've encountered before. Do they have different varieties?
Wait, where is Miss 37?
Uh-oh. The answer comes from a distance.
Hey! Come on, keep up! Did she just take off like that while we fought?
Yes.
Sneaky little... We should leave too, Vertin.
Wait a second, Regulus. Do you sense anything familiar in the fog?
Uh-huh, you bet. This is the first guest room we were put in when we first entered the island.
No, Captain. This apple has the same strange feeling. We saw the rise of Ceres in the same kind of fog. And before that...
Yeah?
That's the same fog as in the Elitial space.
Uh-huh.
That is to say...
Yeah.
This fog is the cause of our illusion to see the Ceres and the Abraxas' attack.
Don't rush to conclusions. Follow 37 first. Oh, and what's that series you were talking about?
We saw a dwarf planet. The fog gets thicker and thicker, yet the surroundings are becoming brighter and brighter. As if there is an invisible light source hidden in the fog.
I just picked up a piece of paper. Like this, just bent over and reached to the ground.
Regulus bends down and reaches for a flicker of light in the darkness. When she straightens up again, there's a classic manuscript in her hand.
What book is it?
Oh, probably just some math problems left from the critter's breakfast. You never know. Wait, the compound of alchemy. The 12 gates leading to the discovery of the Philosopher's Stone.
Alright.
This is that alchemy handbook given to Edward IV by George Ripley. Why is it here?
Look at this, Captain. Of the Great Stone of the Ancients by Basil Valentine. The 112 books by Geber. Emerald's Tablet in Latin. Looks like there are more ancient texts about alchemy hidden inside the whole. But they are all incomplete.
Oh, so maybe I need to crack some more crossword puzzles to find out about this.
Our caves endow people with wisdom. All secret knowledge is hidden in the silent boulder walls.
Without getting anyone's attention, 37 has gone to the other side of the cave.
The knowledge in those books is just a drop in the ocean. Follow me, Regulus.
But Regulus puts aside the manuscript and hesitates. Did she call her ever by name?
Vertin, you lot go ahead. Go with 37. I will meet you outside.
You want to read these books here?
The knowledge passed down through language can easily be distorted. Compared to the wisdom of a Perron, it's nothing.
No, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going back. Oh, alright, I might as well just admit that your cave indeed has the power to give people insights. If I follow its lead, perhaps I'll finally work out the answer about that little thing I've been carrying with me. Never thought that I'd find the answer here. Easy as picking up a shell on a beach.
37 stops and tilts her head in confusion.
What? You don't want to get closer to the truth?
Oh, of course I do. And that's precisely why I don't want to get to it so easily.
Respect to that.
I don't want it to be fed into my brain. Come on, it's the ultimate truth that we're talking about. If someone just tells me the ending of Lord of the Flies before I enjoy the book, I will throw them into the sea as you people do.
Respect to that.
Oh.
She suddenly smiles.
I only met 2 people who reject the truth.
Sophia.
So this is the mindset of irrational numbers. I see. Thank you for being my subject of observation, Regulus.
But 37 has walked away.
Go, Vertin. We have a long way ahead.
Be careful, Regulus.
Don't worry, I know this place well enough by now. After all, I've never been so welcomed in any other place ever. Critters, monsters, creatures with strange heads. Do you worse. This pirate is not afraid of you.
She's so done with everything here. Alright. Oh, we do have something. It's a trial battle, isn't it? Return exit. Bizarre monsters block the captain's path. More Abraxas? Is more Abraxas? It is more Abraxas. Alright, the second battle with them. Alrighty. Okay. Pure battle, nothing else. The Truth Seeker. I see goopy shit. Well, let's see. Reaching out, we are so close to the answer. Also, how much more is left of this chapter? It just kinda hit me, I'm on 20.
Apeiron, the boundless, the beginning of all things.
Ooh.
Everything originates from it and returns to it. Infinity has no start and no end. But nothing would come into existence if there's only infinity. Look up there, Vertin. Now they are presenting in their true forms. In their purest and newest forms.
The cave is... can't read that fast.
Our world was born from the wounds on infinity. When it's cut by finity, the patterns of the cutting are what we call mathematics. Thus, the essences of numbers exist inside all beings, and the patterns of all numbers exist in all matters. The length of a butterfly's wings and its body are in golden ratio, and the plant leaves grow on their stems in the pattern of the Fibonacci spiral. This is the most primitive rhythm of Arcanum, and it is also the beginning of our extraordinary study. This is the essence.
And how do I submit my proof?
Close your eyes, Vertin. Only when your eyes are closed will your mind open up. Now, stay fully concentrated and recall the question you want to verify. Only in the absolute contemplation can truth reveal itself to you.
Okay, before I can't click on that. Okay. Close my eyes. The body is tossed up and falls, yet the soul is thrilled, celebrating its hard-earned liberty. Okay, did it stop auto-scrolling? It did. Music is playing. Where was it? The cave is bright as daytime, as if it's ready for a grand orchestra performance. 37 stretches out her hand like a proud conductor. As it rises higher, it sees farther. It transcends the eternal wheel of birth and rises beyond the continuously running wheel of time. From the void to the first existence. From 1 to 2, then to 3. From points to lines, then to planes.
The emanation. The storm syndrome. Where are they from? Foundation, Manus Vindictae, Apeiron. What roles do they play? Why does the storm fall when history trembles? Why doesn't the storm fall into the misty land? What is the ingredient of asymmetrical nuclide R?
All the clues from the past are gathering here. Points make lines, lines make planes, and planes... Oh god, that's fast.
The world is a dark underground labyrinth.
Okay. All the clues from the past are gathered here. Points make lines, lines make planes, and planes join into a net, the huge net of mysteries.
But Numa can guide us to go beyond all things and reach the exit. Vertin, can you see it?
Oh, it's getting distorted.
It's burning.
The stone bangle on the wrist becomes scalding again. The tranquil kingdom of truth disappears, replaced with endless chaos.
What's going on? Is somebody fighting with a Manus now? What's happening outside the cave?
Vertin, why are you straying? the meditation goes beyond control, you will be thrown out of here. This would be a foolish mistake. For Reparon, this is...
Suddenly a voice comes into the mind, like a strong wind blowing off the candle.
Alas, no man shall bravest the storm and live. Including thee.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Hi, that's a rock. With holes.
37! 37!
There is a Manus believer here. And another one! All the heavenly images have gone. In the depths of the freezing cave, the Manus pawns are violently knocking their heads against the walls. By their feet, 37 is lying unconsciously, yet muttering incomprehensible words. The Soul Stone statue is still in the cave, looking down upon them indifferently.
What happened? Were all those illusions? If it weren't for the heat of the stone bangle that wakes me up, would I go as crazy as they did?
Kinda shook you in the last second, huh?
This stone reminds me of the spinning wheel.
Luckily, the letter box is still here.
The collector of asymmetric nuclei are. If the reagent turns gold after reacting with the fog here, that means the fog contains elements that can be immune to the storm.
A hint of a hint of gold. This has never happened before. A hint of gold forms in the glass tube.
The color changed faster than I thought. The concentration of R is hundreds of times, no, thousands of times higher than in the Manus' masks. In other words, whoever owns this cave can produce the protective equipment of the storm in big numbers. Is that the reason why Arcana is here?
Maybe. 37 rolls over in her sleep.
Oh, Mother, our model. Has it failed? Has it failed?
Aww.
I need to take 37 out of here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. More insane pawns are charging out from the shadows, blocking their way.
The Abraxas were people from the Manus. The fog here can affect people's minds, like those around the lake in my suitcase.
Hold up my wrist. The stone bangle is incredibly heated.
Have the Manus found a way to launch attacks without being punished by the bangle? Or don't they care about the price they will be paying anymore?
The danger is close. One must act now.
I hope Regulus didn't throw my words to the wind. I have to get rid of them first, and go out to join the others.
This was a very fascinating part. And we're not done yet. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Regular enemies, and then number 4 is Converged Mind. The culmination of the Manus Vindictae's will, enveloped in an unstoppable aura. At the brink of madness, they embrace each other, yearning to reduce everything they see to nothingness. Alright.
Program activated.
Oh, everybody's present.
The peace agreement no longer works.
Uh-huh.
Or is it safe as long as the contracting parties have no intention to fight? The conditions are not clear. A reckless attack may lead to the punishment of the bangle. I have to be careful with the method and timing of attacking.
Okay. Okay. I need to remember what she does because it's been a while. Didn't mean to move you. Critical rate.
To the left.
eye for an eye.
Loading.
That was certainly a choice.
Faraday's miracle.
Have I startled you?
Wait. The body is melting.
What is that freaky thing?
It turns into a seed. So this is how the Manners fight against the restrictions. They sacrifice one man to feed another.
Well, that's fucked. Give me that. Can I see? Is it targetable? It is. Stagnant creation. And nothing to it, huh? Okay. Actually, no, it's not targetable. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway.
Agreed. That was certainly a choice.
Loading.
Huh. Very well.
Aim and shoot. Barrage.
Oh, this is gonna be the final boss.
The follower has been absorbed by the seed. Is this some kind of ritual?
In the cave, one can see the form of everything.
37? Can you hear me?
Mother.
Oh. Okay.
I hope you like a splash of red.
To the right. To the left.
Actually, no, she's gonna be stunned. Hold on.
I hope you like a splash of red.
She's gonna be stunned, so let's do this, that, and that.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
Fine.
Target confirmed.
Okay, now for the big bad.
Followers turned into geometric symbols. Is it because of the cave? So the seed is the form of Manus Vindictae.
The forms transcend all matters.
A fruit has been born from...
Not as simple as I thought.
I didn't read that.
I must make a plan and exercise great care.
Oh, freaky. Oh, freaky. Ooh. Ooh. This thing is very freaky. I like it. Okay, do we have anything? Hello, music. Nothing specific, huh? Wait, what is it called? Convergence Bind. Okay. This will dispels buffs, affects enemies. Sure. Disco. Ooh, ooh. Sorry.
To the left.
That was certainly a choice.
Buff the robot.
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
Our blood will burn.
Resistance is futile.
Oh, okay. Oh, silenced. That sucks. That sucks indeed. Huh. Buff this one. Let's go even further beyond.
Agreed.
Buff you.
Loading.
Hit. Hit.
That was certainly...
Actually.
Very well.
Eliminate target.
Yeah, that was a waste. Ow! Okay, that's fine. She can tank it. She's in level though. Don't hit her, please. Heal the hell up.
I hope you like a splash
Do
of red.
that. Do that.
Properly.
Keep that one. Do that one.
The law is above all else.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
I, Robot, Child of Science.
Nice.
The light that illuminates all.
Okay. Oh.
Take a deep breath.
Okay. Well, there she goes.
Resistance is futile.
And she's silent, so that sucks. Ah. That sucks indeed. Let's put you all the way here, and then I can do this, I can do that, and I can do that. Oh, never mind. Cannot do that.
Trust me, it won't hurt.
But it was just enough. Nice.
Form of Manus Vindictae. It's more distorted than I thought.
Uh-huh, you don't say.
It's all over.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
About truth. A magnetic medium with a recorded memory about truth has been added to the mood switch. Huh? Oh, music. Okay. I'm gonna guess I'm at the end of the chapter then. If this was a boss, this felt like a boss battle, right? Right? Hold on. I'm just... Ah, this didn't get updated. Okay, so this stays that way. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, wait. Did I ever get the item for... Where was that thing? Here. I don't think I did I? Yeah, geometric pendant. No, I didn't. Okay. Invaders in black. That which obscures the sea, that which engulfs the clouds, comes heavily.
Vertin, finally! The Manus suddenly emerged everywhere like ants. Lilia and I couldn't take them all down. I would have acted sooner if you hadn't told me not to pick fights.
A mad pawn roars and jumps onto them, but is immediately being pulled off and knocked out by Lilia. His limbs twitch horribly, and his body soon shrivels. Ugh.
Pauline, all they want is to attack, even if their blood will be sucked out. Insane! Back when we were spying on them, I told Sonetto to screw the peace agreement through the radio. I knew those geometry psychos and the Manus would go mad sooner or later. They were not that crazy when they were solving the math problems. Down!
That stupid sensor sound.
What the hell happened down there?
The cave is the key to be immune to the storm. There is a cave on this island, which has the same effect as my suitcase. That's what the Manus are after.
What? But hasn't she also put on the stone bangle? Even if she can break free from that bangle, there is no way she'd let her followers keep carrying out suicide attacks. And if she has signed that peace agreement, how will she take the cave from a Byron?
Vertin.
On Vertin's back, 37 opens her eyes. She puts out a finger and points it to the sky. In the internal and transcendental sky, several dazzling flare stars are lining up.
What's that?
Huh? What's happening? What's happening? The whole of Aperon is in deadly silence. Only a visitor is still browsing the classic book.
I'm afraid you have overstayed your welcome, Ms. Arcana. I have to regrettably remind you not to overstep the boundaries, despite the great help you've given to us.
I take not thought for needless disputes. But to ask a simple question.
She gently closes the book.
The great philosophers. Ye seek the ancient wisdom, follow the sage's teaching, and pursue the noble virtues. You are separated from the world for thousands of years. And you have not gained the human's understanding, nor have you sought for it. I find pleasure in this allegory of the cave. However, hast this been unto thee? That too led us to the exile in this cave.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. They move in an orderly manner as if they are a group of... Okay. Planes.
What are they? I've never seen these before.
Oh, these are definitely like 1915, 1914.
These things should not appear on this island.
Uh-oh. War has come. Okay, this is going too fast.
Sonetto,
Holy shit.
did you bring the humans' army here?
No. That is not from us. That is not from us. The end. Oh, war. War has come. Oh, and the whole atmosphere is now bathed in like an orange. What is this? Gold prospector. Speculators gather on the beach trying to dig shiny objects from the sand. Those things don't belong to them. Drive them away. Oh, this has turned into something. This has turned into something. Oh boy. Alright then.
Eliminate target.
Alrighty, they drop the treasure they found and scatter. Hey, the geometric pendant. Hey, there it is. Okay. Before we round up this thing, let's see. Mediator's fate. In the fable of the sun, sunlight is always rhythmic, never to be dampened. Not to be an umbrella, a ship, or shelter in a downpour. Not to be a shore, a reef. To be battered, to be worn down against the waves. Not to be a cause of capsizing, grounding, lingering, surviving. Nor to stop moss, nor to nurture the buds. To harmonize all colors, but not to pour into each other. Before the rain veils the sunlight, before the clouds swallow the faint shadows, there remains one last question, one last answer, one last way to dissolve conflicts, one last neutral party, one last bystander. Referring to Vertin, maybe? Huh. Alright. War has come. I wonder how they made it in. But I presume it has to do something with Manus dicking about with all things. But, huh. I guess we'll see. So did the The Star. Special. Okay. I'm obviously not gonna continue right now, but I just want to click in just to see how this looks. Ah. Oh, we're back. A lovely meeting. Okay, I see Sotheby and I see what's her name again? God, I forgot. Power lesbian. Sorry. French. I can't remember. My brain is melting right now. My brain and names. It's not working. Okay. So that is taking place back at the Institute, huh? Okay, well, interesting. Alright, I have no idea how long this part is gonna be, but that is obviously gonna be for next time. And we're gonna go through, if it's short, it's probably just gonna be one single part, but I don't know. Because this is like chapter 5.5, essentially. An accompanying piece from what I gleaned from what you guys said and just how it's presented here. So we'll see next time. But yeah, damn. The outside world reached into the cave. You could say, I guess. Well, this will be interesting. I don't know what is gonna happen. And the purple color of the next card is kind of scary. But this is where we're gonna call for today, at least for the story portion. The next section is gonna be twofold. It's gonna be the 3 doors, the next part of where I left off last time, so part 3. And yeah, we'll see how this part ends. One thing before I head you guys off, because I'm also gonna be including these somnambulism stuff here. I do have to say something very quickly, and that is a very sad one. Well, the way I recorded these, the first 3 I recorded in one sitting, which was like a hour, 20-minute long video. I cut the first 2 out for the previous part, which I included, of course, you saw that. Sadly, though, because I was cleaning the folder of the raw files and video files, I accidentally deleted the whole video that was with these 3 parts, and I kind of needed part 3 of this, and now it's gone and lost to time and space, and the recycling bin, the emptied recycling bin. So I sadly don't have footage anymore for part 3 here for this whole shit. Sadly, it's gone. I do have the next 2, which are gonna be part of today's video, but first we go to the 3 doors. So yeah, apologies for that. I kinda goofed when I was emptying the folder and I was reorganizing stuff, and well, rip. Rip goes the footage. Kind of forgot that I should record them. From now on, I'm gonna be recording them individually so I don't fuck up like that again, but yeah, what can you do? I completely forgot that it was in there, and I was just literally emptying everything to make space, because these files are stupendously huge. But yeah, anyway, this is interesting. Next week we're gonna continue then with the Star, but for now, enjoy the parts of the 3 doors that are gonna follow, and I'm gonna see you guys for the outro in a bit. Alright, door number 3, let's see. Do I get greeted by new mechanics again? To the brand new world. Well, let's proceed. I thought immediately notes. Oh, never mind, there are notes. Oh god, that waterfall in the corner is so trippy. Her wrist trembles. The paper is covered in scratch marks. Check. Nurse Hartley's notes number 2. January 21st, 1931. We gathered up the food trays to find that for several consecutive days, the ones in the underground guardhouse were covered in rat droppings, and the food was basically untouched. I knocked on the door and called out to him, holding my breath, but heard only silence. The director stated that this was just a new trick he was using to escape from his room, that there was no way Mesmer could hold out, and we wouldn't have to wait long before receiving a shiny tray, licked bone clean. January 25th, 1931. A nauseating odor wafted up from the basement. It was one I was familiar with. One time, my father forgot to throw away some old beef, and within a few days, flies and maggots had infested the rotten meat. I couldn't cook anything in the kitchen for a month after that. I have a bad feeling. The director finally ran down there and tried to open the door, but the tangled iron chains on the top had rusted, and the keys wouldn't turn in the lock hole. We used bolt cutters to cut open the iron chain and pry open the rusty lock. It took us quite a while to get that heavy door open. As we neared the guardhouse, the stench rushed up my nostrils like some sticky liquid. I knelt down on the ground, vomiting and trembling. A dense nest of rats squirmed all over Mr. Mesmer's rotting body, wriggling like a swarm of insects. The entire room, the tiles, the walls, any space available was covered in crooked, eerie handwriting. I dread to imagine how he survived such a long time in those conditions. I looked through the moldy bed and found a piece of paper. It was a suicide note. I don't understand why I did it, but I hid it in my pocket. It was all I could do to salvage his last shred of dignity.
As you can see,
Phew.
It was a funeral without condolences.
Phew,
no
buddy.
well-designed coffin, no sobbing crowd or touching speech, no flowers. Even the crows aren't here. Death silently ate up the mole's time like a python. All that's left by the mole were the last scratches on the wall, which only proved that its struggle was in vain. This is not a funeral for us to shed tears. But out of good manners, come here, darling. Drop your head to mourn the dead as a friendly gesture. Here lies a young man who was once awarded a royal medal and respected by many. There lies also a young man who was deeply troubled by his talent and almost sent behind bars. He was a doctor, a patient, and a Mesmer. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Wait, did you hear something? In the corners, away from the crowd. A voice which didn't come from either of us.
Oh?
Shh. A poor lady was weeping, and she kept it so quiet. No one heard her. But I have to say, it's good news.
No? Oh, all the way back here. Okay. Oh yeah, neat little thing I discovered literally just as I was doing this. I can do this with the Vazda keys. I didn't even know. Anyway. What is this? Only after his death was his voice known to the world. Sealed past. His shattered body was consumed by flames. In that blazing inferno, not a single bone remained. Scott Mesmer's name was erased by the family, and Jeffrey August Curtin was ordered to destroy all hospital records related to him. He died silently and without a name. A murder of crows flocked upward and departed in haste as the nurse carrying an attaché case lingered in front of the solemn gates. She reached out a hand and then retracted it. She bent down and stuffed an Arcanist's last dignity into the crack between the doors. Oh, the poor guy. Alright, there's a new one. A nightmare before a peaceful slumber. Who doesn't hope for an undisturbed, restful sleep? Director Curtin's Diary number 2. April 15th, 1931. Hook, having pretended to have lost his mind, has somehow managed to endure for over 20 years without being sent to his grave. He shamelessly grabbed at my box and begged me for money to take care of his son, whom he apparently hadn't seen in decades. This brazen swine is just looking for an excuse to strap a few more wine bottles on his waist. I gave him a firm punch, but he held onto my leg and refused to let go. At that moment, an incessant banging began assaulting my office door, as if all hell's atrocities had been squeezed into this one day. I opened the door to find a group of people from the Mesmer family, solemn-faced and carrying briefcases. It felt as though the police had shown up and I was guilty of doing something I should not have. A young man representing the Mesmer family stepped forward and asked me to lead them to Scott's cell. I swear, if this interferes with my prospects in any way, I'll throw that hook into a real madhouse. As I led them into the guardhouse in Zone 4, Room 1, my legs began to shake, but the Mesmer family seemed indifferent to my apprehension. They opened their cases, took out their strange instruments, and then pulled out their notebooks, copying the twisted handwriting on the walls and floor tiles like silent sculptures without saying a single word. April 18th, 1931. From morning till... I think they forgot to add space in between there. Yeah, they did. April 18th, 1931. From morning till night, they stood in that horrific, foul-smelling room for 2 consecutive days. That was until I was awakened by a sudden loud noise. I clambered down into the basement and saw them gathered around the door of the guardhouse. I found myself presented with a bizarre scene, one that I will never forget for the rest of my days, one that cannot be described with words. I don't want this memory in my mind, burning a hole in my brain. They left carrying their cases as if they had never even been there. Finally, I can sleep well. Huh, I wonder what he saw. It isn't described. Just that it was so horrific he will never forget it, huh? Hey, this leads back. Alright. Well, let's explore the rest of this thing. Okay, she started speaking while I was literally not recording for a split second. Those doors are still standing there. Looks like they show a preference for you, darling.
But the mole had been taken away and the compass in your pocket no longer works. Well, there's still something we can do. Look at the ground. It seems the respectable Ariadne has left a thread for you.
Uh-huh. These? I'm guessing? Oh, we're back to these doors, right. Look at the ground. There's a lot of them. Okay. Huh. Okay, what am I looking at? Uh-huh. 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 Wait, how many doors is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I only see the scratch symbols into the floor. But I'm not sure I'm understanding what this all means. Like the other ones are pointing upwards. Like it looks like a corridor. This one is here on top. And then there is two of them leading from the portal. This is not really telling me anything. I don't know what this is supposed to be, or which door it's supposed to be telling me about. And all the rooms look the same. Yeah. Huh. How am I looking for here? Fuck it. I don't get it. This one I don't get. The last one was easy. I have no idea what this floor crackly is supposed to be. The edges are the same, the two in between also are the same, the middle one is the only difference. But I have no idea what that middle one is or to which door it's supposed to be guiding me. And then there's this part and this part. No idea. No idea, but one of these is gonna work. One of these is gonna work, and whichever one works, I'm all for it. Oh. That one worked. How? No idea. Alright, let's see. This is one considerable legacy to inherit. Excerpt from the Journal of European Arcanum 1942. New theory shocks world. Mesmer family restored to glory. The Mesmer family's magnetic flow-based hysteria treatment and consciousness regulation machine, the artificial somnambulism device, has quickly garnered widespread attention in the field of Arcana upon its publication. This is yet another world-renowned theory of the Mesmer family, more than 160 years after Franz Anton Mesmer invented magnetic flow therapy. According to this theory, the artificial somnambulism device will possess technical arcanum functions such as consciousness induction, deep hypnosis, and hysteria treatment. And compared to magnetic flow therapy, the artificial somnambulism device will also be able to penetrate deeper levels of consciousness. The Committee for Arcanum Ethics expressed concerns over this theory, stating that it plans to intervene in the development process of the device in the future. The Laplace Scientific Computing Center has been in talks with the Mesmer family regarding the theory, and technicians bearing the LSCC emblem have frequently been seen passing through the entrance of the Mesmer family mansion. Reporter Jane Foster. Okay, so yeah, that is basically how they are gonna come to work together eventually. Okay, just gonna check the other doors very quickly. Okay, nothing. So, is it gonna be the same door leading me out? I still have no idea how I was supposed to guess. Okay, definitely let me out. So I can go now. Right? Wait, let me actually double check. Unless this is supposed to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that simple? That's the only thing that comes to mind. Just checking. Just checking. That leads to the notes, and that is, yeah, that is this separate room. And that then leads all the way out. Okay. Well, I am almost done here. The only thing missing is, I think, somewhere... Where was the last thing I'm missing? Yeah, I'm missing one more... Okay, I'm blind right now. Unless... Unless... I had to pick the correct door here as well? Oh. This is different. Huh. Why is that different? Do I maybe have to go through there? I probably have to go through there. Okay, wait, go back. Take me back. Okay, go through here. And then just pick the opposite? Yep. Yep. Okay, still not sure how the symbols, whatever, was teaching me there. But whatever. Whatever. Am I finding something unique in here? I am. I am finding something unique here. Yatevio. An ancient tree that feeds on humans. Ugh. There is a blurred face on its scorched slime. What am I playing? Darkwood? When the flame burns to the ground, the hideous face will fade away in the ashes, putting an end to the sacrifice ritual at the price of grudge.
This trial is mine.
Oh, it's this thing.
Agreed.
Charging. An eye for an eye.
So it is Darkwood.
That will burn. Barrage.
Oh, do you have 2 health bars?
I sinned with thy blood.
I forgot that I had auto on.
Get away from me.
Ow. Stop it, you
I hope you like a splash of red.
barky idiot.
Loading. Close your eyes. It will all be over soon.
The light that illuminates all.
Oh, you are tanky. You are tanky.
Circuits functioning properly.
That was certainly
Charging.
a choice.
I, robot, child of science.
Our victory comes in a tide of blood.
Aim and shoot.
Nice. But he about to throw something in my face that will hurt. Alright. That looked funky.
Rotten luck.
Rotten luck indeed. Oh, you are shielded, you asshole. Okay. Okay.
I hope you like a splash of red.
Do that.
Agreed.
Do that. And do... that.
An eye for an eye.
Close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Have I startled you?
The law is above all else. Resistance is futile.
Get away from me.
Good lord. Some of these attacks look gnarly as hell. Okay. Give me that. And give me that.
Off that was
Buff to
certainly a
you,
choice.
smack from you, and another smack from you.
Our blood will burn.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Nice. Now to the next health bar. So the good question is gonna be if this depletes, is this gonna replenish it?
A tooth for a tooth.
Agreed.
An eye for an eye. Noble or lowly, sin shall
Trust
be
me,
punished.
it won't hurt.
Feeleth pain and knoweth regret.
Okay. Oh, she's on her nightmare. Okay, can't do shit with you then.
Loading. Charging.
Outside of this.
Barrage. Faraday's miracle.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
I hope you like a splash of red. That was certainly a choice.
Let's dance.
It will all be over soon. Our victory comes in a tide of blood.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
There he goes. Okay. No more. Only two health bars. Like the indicator suggested.
Troops.
Okay, need a little fight. Final chesticle and final thingy. Nice. This cold hard object has an... That looks like a graphics card. This cold hard object has an opening that spirals upward, like the winded eye of a hangover victim. It is obvious that it does not belong to you or even this place. A new type of gas stove that can heat eggs. A kind of skeleton key. A three-eyed critter with a high bounty on its head. A kind of skeleton key. I kind of want to go with that. Good answer. This cold hard object has an opening. Okay, yeah. What's this? A new type of stove. Okay, skeleton key. Good answer. Really? That's all there is on this? Huh. Is this all of this now? Did I miss anything? Huh. Where are these two? Wait, did I miss anything? Oh, wait. There's a corridor here to the right I didn't even notice. Good thing I looked. Almost went out. I'm about to return. A broadcast from the New World. Extract from the Journal of European Arcanum 1943. Laplace Scientific Computing Center announces official unveiling of artificial somnambulism technology. Yep, that's where it starts. The great creation, the invention of the artificial somnambulism device. Arcanist interview, the Mesmer family banquet. A soul-shaking masterwork. The biography of Franz Anton Mesmer. Committee from Arcanum Ethics disbanded. Official. Alchem Royal Hospital set for demolition. Okay, so these are like titles for news articles.
We have reached the end of the mole's hole. You know the end of the story. It failed to see the blue sky, despite all the efforts it made. But look at the tunnels and the pillars it had left behind. They are well organized and unshakable. In the end, they were inherited by the mole's successors, who finally found its last trace. These so-called families ran through the tunnels, climbed the pillars, and finally emerged to the ground. What about the poor mole? Or should I ask, where is the body? Shh. No questions, darling.
Uh-huh.
Just look forward, like how the mole stared out of the window behind the bars. Look forward.
Uh-huh. Looking forward. No more words, no more struggles, only a profound legacy carried forth to a new world. Scott Mesmer's last words. To the Mesmer family. Dear Mesmers, only when this letter reaches the family mansion, only when I am dead, can I close these eyes. I hate you. I hate all of you. You have fabricated a non-existent hysteria, imprisoning me here and wasting the days of my life for the sake of the family's insignificant reputation. I curse you all to the world's scorn. May you spend years of terrified oblivion trapped in your fated cages. You will all die without a grave, and flames will devour every inch of your bodies. When I die, I know that there is no way my resentment shall subside. I can only carry this malice to the grave. To this world, I leave artificial somnambulism. Perhaps in my dreams, I imagine spitting on you cowards and crushing your ignorant skulls. But at the same time, I am even more eager for the theory of artificial somnambulism to propel the world into unprecedented territories. Here, I will briefly describe the theory of artificial somnambulism. Based on magnetic flux therapy. Due to the fragility of paper, specific research records can be found in my cell. At this point, I am now able to calmly accept death. Aside from the sketches my family has bestowed upon me, shackles my family has bestowed upon me, the Mesmer family has unquestionably endowed me with exceptional talent and abundant resources. I am well aware that no other family in the Arcanum world has the power to change the future to the same extent. You have nurtured me and infused me with industriousness, yet you have locked me in a cage. I hate you all, but those moments when I can't sleep at night facing the empty walls, in every moment teetering between death and despair, it is my sense of mission as a member of the Mesmer family that pulls me out of the mire. I hate you all, Mesmers, and yet I am proud of my lineage. May the Mesmer family regain its glory of a century ago. Signed, Scott Mesmer. Oh, that is a letter. Oh, that is a letter. Holy shit. And I think that marks the end for the doors. Oh yeah. Getting achievements. Man. What an end for the guy. What an end for the guy. Holy shit. This stuff. Okay. Oh, alright. That was Alcthem's Legacy. Alcthem? Ugh, that is so hard to pronounce. And I guess with the next episode we're gonna start diving through the next ones. The history of the gears. We still recall the time when the clock moved forward amidst the rust and dust before the deafening silence descended. What is this one gonna be? But yeah, this was deep, dank and depressing. Poor Scott. Poor Scott and what he had to go through. But he did leave the world with quite the present, didn't he? But this is that. This is it. This is that. And next in this video is gonna be a dive through one of the actual somnambulisms from one of the actual characters. Like I said earlier, apologies that I don't have the footage anymore for number 3. So it's gonna go from here with number 4 and then number 5 in the next part. But yeah, apologies for that, and yeah, let's keep on going. Let's see, what is this gonna be about? Oh, is that about the flying saucer? Brace for impact! I'm hit by a huge force and almost pass out before I realize what is happening. It takes me quite a while to fully regain my consciousness. Ow! In front of me is a console panel full of metal buttons and dials. Half of the lights are blinking red, while the other half are broken. Chief mate, guys, are you still alive? No, Senka is dead. Yes, Captain. Oh, great. Glad we're all alive. Wait, where's Chief mate? I have a bad feeling about this. Shoot, Chief is gone for real. He gets smashed and became a splash of applesauce? Wait, my records and ship should be more to my concern now. The next moment, an unexpected yowl fills my ears. My records! My Pete Windmill! My John Thunderfingers live show! What? Alrighty. Guys, we have a severe situation here. I mean, our private ship was seriously damaged by the crash just now. To be honest, put it in a dump and it will blend in just well. And my treasure, the records of my soul, are ruined by the crash. My condolences. The records of your soul? Records are transformed from human souls, remember? Records are transformed. Okay. Through the soul transform device, we can extract human souls and turn them into records. And this city happens to be a good source of souls. Collect all the souls here and I will have a new collection of records. But this pirate needs to take care of our brave pirate ship. I'm sure you understand. Oh wait, is Captain supposed to be... Huh. So I'll leave this great mission to you. Actually, now that I look at it, this is just a record. But it's a saucer? Oh, is this Regulus's Regulus's dream? Her somnium dream? Huh, okay. So I'll leave this great mission to you. Go collect all the souls. Here, take the soul transformation device with you, press this button, and you can extract human souls with no effort. Wait, something's missing. The pirate rummages through... Yeah, okay, it's her. The pirate rummages through the record pieces for quite a while. Huh! An intact record, finally! The pirate hums and puts the record into the console panel. Let's get London some beautiful rock, my sailor. A strange music, which has nothing to do with the description beautiful, comes out of the ship's speaker and spreads to every corner of the city. Okay. Okay.
This trial is mine to judge. Using troops.
Okay. The bouncing soul finally quiets down, which allows me to check what it looks like. The dark blue soul is like a ball of soft jello containing a gem in its depths. The glowing gem deep inside the soul sparkles like a firework which bloom and wither again and again. I think I understand why Captain is so crazy about these soul-made records now. And the city... If the city weren't so noisy with her rock music, I think I will savor this moment in silence. Wait, there is something else in the music. It's Siren. Hmm? Oh, hey. Wait. Is the policewoman supposed to be... Sonetto? Freeze. An orange-haired girl in London police uniform breaks into the watch shop. Regulus, what kind of dreams do you have? She points at me with the wand in her hand. Colorful words and poems slowly flow out of its pointy end, turning into imagery. Someone reports soul poaching here. Hands in the air and do as we say. Wait, you are... Excuse me? I gotta go. Please excuse me. Wait! By law, you must submit to the police's questioning. She got away. Well. An apple. The bar is as noisy as ever, but unexpectedly it goes well with the ubiquitous and ever-going rock music. A scarlet apple wearing a tie is dancing among a bunch of drunkards and pouring wine into his mouth. Wait. Wait, why is Mr. Apple burping? How is the apple burping? After a long apple-flavored burp. Ugh. What? Alright. The floating apple looks at me. Hello, Miss Vertin. I'm tasting a wine from Provence. Yes, my soul says it needs a bit alcohol to freshen up. Traffic, I think I'm flying... Oh wait, I'm always flying. Why is the apple drunk? Are you alright? I have never been better. If I didn't have to collect souls, I would have spent a whole day drinking here. I guess my soul and the other drunkards are in a beautiful laurel green, like a perfect bottle of white wine. Captain is going to love him. Uh-huh.
This trial is mine to judge.
Aim and shoot.
Using troops.
Thanks. After the thorough communication with the tramps, I'm a lot more sober now. But before I leave, please allow me to take the unfinished wine. The soul is a prisoner locked inside the body. I think it wouldn't do any harm if we bribe the guards once for a while so the prisoners can get some fresh air. Huh. They're donuts? In a cafe where the smell of cream, sugar, cocoa powder, and syrup fill the air, all kinds of cakes are floating around. Souls stay in different corners of the cafe in small groups, vibrating in the air in their own way. A scarlet apple wearing a tie is also floating. It seems to be thinking about something. Greetings, my ladies. He's flirting. This is definitely Regulus's dream. I'm thinking about a question. What on earth does a soul consist of? Some substance? I don't know. A common answer, but you don't have to be ashamed of it. We usually tend to give a new name to a set of similar substances to emphasize their essence. Like the mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, and other gases, we call it air. Anyway, let's skip to the point and start collecting souls.
Greetings. Faraday's miracle.
I will pray for you. Sorry.
An excellent battle. This cream-flavored record is ours now. A cream-flavored record doesn't sound like Captain's favorite. Apple arranges his tie and disappears into the air. We'll see you later, Miss Vertin. Uh-huh. What? The well-dressed dummies have formed a huge phalanx. But there is an unusual figure among this well-regulated troop. It stands with the army of uniforms, yet half of its body is protruding from the alignment. One can hardly overlook this. Perfect timing. Miss, I've been waiting for you. I just had a soul-depth conversation with the souls here. They asked me, do actions give meaning to our souls or the other way around? What's the difference? It's quite a complicated question, but it has to mean something. Our actions are preordained, aren't they? Even though I had a quality time communicating with these souls, we need to carry out the mission from Captain. Also, now I'm starting to question this. Is this Apple's dream somnium, or is this Regulus's? Because this is very Apple-centric. Suddenly, the dummies draw out their batons together orderly, making themselves an unbreakable wall.
Greetings. Target confirmed.
Using troops.
I believe you have some minds of your own on the previous question. That's good. Please always keep in mind what you are acting for. Oh, Chief, Sailor, you're back. Good timing. I'm almost done repairing the ship. Enough with the farce, rock pirates. You're under arrest. The orange-haired policewoman stands in front of us, wielding the wand in her hand, while the guards around her are waving their batons.
Program activated.
Have I startled you? It's alright.
Battles have little meaning, save for the prizes.
Oh, and it's repaired. Let me see the records you brought. Let me see. How come this one smells like cream? That's not rock. Not rock at all. I need something more wild, more passionate. Next one, let me see. Yuck. It smells like alcohol. Allow me to put it more precisely, Captain. This is the Aurora of the 1999 Province Mine. This one... oh no, I hate organized chorus. Chief Sailor, none of the records you collected is good enough for my collection. I'm very disappointed at you. Hereby I declare you are not getting any Dr. Pepper next week. Wow, what a punishment. Oh no. My Dr. Pepper. I'm so sad. The red apple sounds utterly calm and dry. Yep, I was right with that one. Apparently he doesn't care about Dr. Pepper. He's just being cooperative. Oh no, my Dr. Pepper. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Okay, this was a fun one. This is a fun one, but damn. Still don't know. This was supposed to be like a combined dream for both Apple and Regulus, or if this was supposed to be just Regulus for herself, considering how not himself Apple seemed. Alrighty then, and with that, we're gonna round up this whole part. Also, as a quick little, by the way, I just recently discovered that this thing has also kind of like little secrets, little like extra images or shit like that. Like this, for example. This one I recognize. These ones I don't recognize. So that's very interesting. If anybody knows any kind of interesting knob combinations that I can press here, do leave it in the comment section, because this is interesting. Didn't really know that this is a thing that happens on this thing, but very interesting. But yeah, anyway, this will be it for this time, and next time we'll continue with that point 5 portion of the chapter and see what our dear old other friends were about while Vertin and gang had their little island adventure. But yeah, that will be for next time. For now, thank you very much, as always. Really appreciate it, guys. And if you liked this episode, please consider leaving a like if you're new to the channel and enjoyed this and are enjoying much more maybe around the channel already. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to support me more directly, there are also memberships on the channel, and as I always say, there will be no video behind a membership. It is purely there to support me and my work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all the members that are there already, and yeah, have a good one, guys. I will see you in the next part. Until then, bye-bye.